This is a GTA Wire product. Be sure to check out gtawire.com for ways to support and explore other content.
Now they're chanting, "Welcome back."
When we were young,
we dreamed of this day,
where we get to show the world what we're about.
That I am more than just a pretty face.
That I'm king of the world.
That we're all grown up.
We had enough of the what you coulda, the what you...
Hello and welcome to Fan First number 8. I am professional wrestler, the Outlaw Holden Albright, about 12 years experience, and at the beginning of this show, you were hearing the Dudley Boys from the WWE Originals album, which came out in 2004. We've had enough.
And I am your co-host, the Bandit, the Barn Burner. I am Van Landon, and I've been a professional wrestler for about 7 years.
We are both based out of Ontario, Canada, independent professional wrestlers, but before we were wrestlers, we were fans first.
We love reliving the memories of our wrestling fandom, and that is what Fans First is all about.
On this episode of Fan First number 8, we will be covering birthdays, deaths, and events that take place in the history of professional wrestling between August 10th and August 23rd. Special shout out to Google, Wikipedia, and TJRWrestling.net.
And now let's talk about some birthdays.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You know.
On August 14th, 1981, we celebrate the birthday of Kofi Kingston, a former WWE champion and one of the most accomplished superstars of his generation. Kofi has built an unforgettable career with incredible athleticism, memorable moments, Royal Rumble moments, and long-time success as a member of the New Day. His journey to winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 35 remains one of the most inspiring moments in modern wrestling. Kofi Mania, happy birthday, Kofi Kingston.
On August 22nd, there's a ton of birthdays. We go back to 1905. Famous wrestling promoter Sam Munchnick is born. 1958, Stevie Ray is born. In 1953, we got Paul Ellering. In 1985, Jey Uso is born. Also, Jimmy's born too, 1985. In 1986, Pac, a.k.a. Neville, is born. And in 1987, Apollo Crews, a.k.a. TNA's Uhaa Nation, is born. And if we do celebrate the birthdays, the other side of birth is death. So we will now mention a few people that unfortunately passed away.
On August 13th, the pro wrestling world lost 3 notable individuals. First, starting with Bryan Adams in 2007, passing away from a drug overdose. Brian Keith Adams, better known under his ring name Crush, Kona Crush, Demolition Crush, Jailbird Crush, all of the crushes, as well as just Bryan Adams in his time in WCW. He was a various multi-time singles and tag team champion in both WWF and WCW. After recovering from his shoulder injury that occurred during boxing training, Adams returned to wrestling for Wrestle 1, a pay-per-view for the Japanese promotion W1, which was a promotion with close ties to All Japan Pro Wrestling and held at the Tokyo Dome. In 2003, he made his last in-ring appearance, teaming with Brian Clark, Chronic, and facing Bill Goldberg and Kaiji Muto in a losing effort. He suffered a spinal injury in this match, and that forced him into retirement, later passing away in 2007. Adams was found dead in his home in Tampa, Florida. The coroner determined the drugs in his system were individually at therapeutic levels, but their combination impeded his respiratory system enough to kill him. He was 43 years old. 18 years later, Adams' family signed a Legends contract with the WWE, and this includes action figures, including Mattel Elites, as well as a return to video games in WWE 2K26 as Demolition Crush.
On August 18th, we have a few deaths as well. First, in 1998, on August 18th, 1998, Robert Alexander Jeep Swenson Jr. passes away at the age of 40. He was a professional wrestler, stuntman, and actor appearing in World Class Championship Wrestling, GWF, and WCW. Swenson wrestled for World Class Championship Wrestling in 87 and 88 as Jeep Swenson for manager Gary Hart. He debuted March 7th, 1987, defeating Perry Jackson in a 2-minute challenge match. His main feud was Bruiser Brody, who was wrestling as the masked Red River Jack. Swenson returned to wrestling for a match at World Championship Wrestling's uncensored pay-per-view on March 24th, 1996. He performed as a member of the Alliance to End Hulkamania. He was named The Final Solution. But following complaints from Jewish organizations to the Turner corporate offices, his character was renamed The Ultimate Solution. WCW claimed they were unaware the Final Solution was the name Adolf Hitler gave to his plan to destroy the Jews. The alliance consists of the Dungeon of Doom, the Four Horsemen, the Ultimate Solution, and Z Gangsta, working to end Hulk Hogan's career. Swenson's acting career began with an uncredited thug in an early Jackie Chan movie, The Big Brawl. Swenson also appeared as pit fighter Lugwrench Perkins in the 1989 Hulk Hogan film No Holds Barred. He played the masked version of Dorian in the 94 film The Mask. He also played James Caan's bodyguard Bledsoe in the Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler film Bulletproof, before playing possibly his best-known character, Bane, in the critically panned 1997 film Batman and Robin. His actual blood vessels were outlined in ink for Batman by the makeup experts at Warner Brothers. He was also featured in many magazines and television commercials. On August 18th, 1997, Swenson died of heart failure at the UCLA Medical Center at the age of 40. Hulk Hogan, Davey Boy Smith, and James Caan gave eulogies at his funeral. His death was likely contributed to by his usage of steroids, which he started to use in his early 20s during his pro wrestling career. Because of this, he reportedly could not shower properly, put on shirts easily, or walk upstairs easily. His death also shocked George Clooney, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Uma Thurman, his co-stars in Batman and Robin. After the funeral, Swenson was cremated, and his ashes were scattered in an undisclosed location. He got the nickname Jeep because his father, a World War II veteran, was named Tank, and everyone said a tank needs their Jeep.
On August 13th, 2010, pro wrestler Lance Cade passed away from a heart failure due to drug-related complications. Known for his time in the World Wrestling Entertainment, he was trained by Shawn Michaels and debuted in 1999, working in Japan before signing a developmental contract where he was assigned to Memphis Championship Wrestling and then later Heartland Wrestling Association before ending up in OVW in 2003. He teamed with Mark Jindrak, where they were promoted to the Raw brand in June 2003. The team split up later on in March 2004, and Cade took some time off to recover from a knee injury before returning to Raw with new tag partner Trevor Murdoch in August of 2005. The pair teamed together for almost 3 years and won the World Tag Team Championship 3 times before they broke up in May 2008, where Cade would then go on to form a short-lived alliance with Chris Jericho before his release in October of 2008. In January 2010, McNaught attended a rehabilitation, completing a 30-day program in February. However, it was on August 13th, 2010, at the age of 29, where an apparent heart failure in San Antonio, Texas, would be where he passed away. His wife, Tanya, had noticed that he was not looking well in the week prior to his death. He was taken to the hospital on August 10th with difficulty breathing, but discharged himself the next day. 2 months later, on October 13th, 2010, a staffer of the San Antonio Medical Examiner said that he had accidentally died from a mixed drug intoxication complicating a cardiomyopathy.
On August 18th, 1998, Brian Steven Hauser, known by his ring name Shane Shamrock, passes away. Best known for his time in Maryland Championship Wrestling, he is the only wrestler to win the Light Heavyweight Championship in the company's history, having become the inaugural champion 2 months before his death. Hauser took his ring name as Shane Shamrock as a tribute to his adopted father, Bob Shamrock. He wrestled in independent promotions including Mid-Eastern Wrestling Federation, but is best likely known for his time in Maryland Championship Wrestling. Hauser died at the age of 23 on August 18, 1998, after being fatally shot by police during an altercation at his Glen Burnie, Maryland home. Officers were responding to a 911 call from his girlfriend after Hauser allegedly threatened to stab her with a kitchen knife. Hauser was then shot and killed by responding officers after refusing to drop the weapon. He was posthumously named the Lifetime MCW Light Heavyweight Champion, with the organization retiring the title a month after his death. The MCW Cruiserweight Championship was created in its place.
Lastly, on August 13th, 2018, the pro wrestling world lost Jim the Anvil Neidhart. James Henry Neidhart, better known as Jim the Anvil Neidhart, was known for his appearances in the WWF throughout the 80s and 90s, where he was a 2-time tag team champion with his real-life brother-in-law, Bret Hart, as a part of the Hart Foundation. He also won titles in Stampede Wrestling, Championship Wrestling from Florida, Mid-South, and Memphis Championship Wrestling. He was a part of the Hart Wrestling family through marriage to his wife, Ellie Hart, appearing alongside his daughter, Natalia, on reality TV show Total Divas.
And lastly, August 18th, 2005, Christopher Jonathan Bowman Jr., better known by his ring name Chris, $ for the S, Cash, another $ for the S. He was known in multiple independent promotions, but best known for his time in Combat Zone Wrestling, where he was a CZW World Tag Team Champion. On August 18th, he passed away in a motorcycle accident. Bowman was killed as a result of a motorcycle accident near his home. He had been the passenger on a motorcycle driven by his cousin. A Ford Taurus turned in front of the motorcycle, causing it to strike the car on the driver's side. Bowman, who was only 23 years old at the time, and his cousin both died at the scene. The driver of the car died en route to a nearby hospital.
And now, let's talk about some events that took place between August 10th and August 23rd. On August 10th, 1976, the man who would become Hulk Hogan wrestled his first professional wrestling match against Killer Bees B. Brian Blair, beginning the journey of one of the biggest names in wrestling history. Then, 20 years later, on August 10th, 1996, Hulk Hogan was once again making history, this time at WCW Hog Wild, where he defeated the Giant to win the WCW World Heavyweight Championship and officially cementing the New World Order. as a force in WCW. The event also featured Scott Hall and Kevin Nash taking on Sting and Lex Luger, Harlem Heat defending the WCW Tag Team titles against the Steiner Brothers, and Ric Flair defending the United States Championship against Eddie Guerrero.
On August 12, 2014, independent wrestling standout Kevin Steen is announced as the latest WWE signing to be a part of the NXT brand. The Canadian star would be renamed Kevin Owens before his official debut, Owens coming from his favorite wrestler, Owen Hart, which he also named his son after. But 2 years later, in 2016, Vader competed in his last wrestling match. After the Best of the Super Juniors viral match of Will Ospreay and Ricochet, a lot of online chatter happened, especially from veterans, leading to Vader talking some shit and getting himself booked at Rev Pro Summer Sizzler at York Hall in London.
It's Vader time!
A knee right to the face of Shawn Michaels and the handsome and controversial youngster from San Antonio.
And the ladies
Wait a
certainly
minute.
aren't going to love it.
Look
Shawn
at the
Michaels
ramp.
facing it.
Look at the ramp.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's Rick Rude. Ravishing Rick Rude. He must be Shawn Michaels' new bodyguard. There's the insurance policy.
Is this the insurance policy that Shawn Michaels was talking about?
On August 11th, 1997, on an episode of Monday Night Raw, Shawn Michaels made his return to in-ring action against Mankind and revealed his new insurance policy in the form of the returning Ravishing Rick Rude joining D-Generation X. The night also saw the Nation of Domination welcome Rocky Maivia as their newest member, which ultimately ended up being a major step in the early evolution of future WWE legend, The Rock.
This summer, there's only one night that can hold the hottest event of the year. August 15th, Toronto! The champion, Chris Benoit.
Against all odds, Chris Benoit never quit.
And the legend killer, Randy Orton. Get a look at greatness! Battle for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And it's all about the heart. What a match!
The underdog
Eugene's just been manipulated and played like a fiddle. He's unworldly.
takes on the game. Triple H.
He's also called the cerebral assassin.
Then, the corrupt Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle is a fraud.
Faces the Heat. Eddie Guerrero.
This will be a night Kurt Angle never forgets.
And the purpose. JBL.
Why are you looking at me? You want to fight? You gotta fight.
Answers the call of the Phenom. The Undertaker. You, me, SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. This is one night that will be sure to take down the summer. Raw and SmackDown present WWE SummerSlam live this Sunday only on pay-per-view.
On August 15th, 2004, SummerSlam 2004 took place from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Hey, that's near us. It featured many classic matches, including Kane defeating Matt Hardy to win the right to marry Lita in a Till Death Do Us Part match. But more notably, however, it was at this event that Randy Orton defeated Chris Benoit to become the youngest world champion in history at the age of just 24. The next night, at a celebration for the newly crowned champion, Randy Orton, hoisted by his Evolution teammates, was going well until Triple H pointed the thumbs down to signal the end of Randy's time in Evolution, and for the beatdown to begin, officially kicking him out of the group.
On August 17th, 1997, ECW presented their second ever pay-per-view, Hardcore Heaven 97. The event was headlined by Shane Douglas defeating Terry Funk and ECW World Heavyweight Champion Sabu in a triple threat match to win the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
Available now from ECW Home Video. It's Hardcore Heaven 97.
Witness Taz's revenge on Chris Candido. Bam Bam Bigelow pulverizing Spike Dudley. Mr. Monday Night Raw Van Dam beats up the Insane Clown Posse and Al Snow. The Dudley Boys defend the World Tag Team title against PG-13. Plus, special appearances by Jake the Snake Roberts, Jenna Jameson, Sonny. Wouldn't they be an interesting couple? A cat fight between Beulah and Sonny. Tommy Dreamer destroys Jerry the King Lawler. A three-way dance featuring Terry Funk, Sabu, and the franchise as Shane Douglas emerges as the heavyweight champion of the world. Available now from ECW Home Video. It's Hardcore Heaven 90s.
On August 16th, 2009, Total Nonstop Action presents their Hard Justice pay-per-view. The main event saw Kurt Angle retain the World Championship against Matt Morgan and Sting. The card also featured Samoa Joe defeating Homicide for the X Division title, as well as Kevin Nash beating Mick Foley for the TNA Legends Championship.
That's not all, because on August 16th, 2010, Sheamus made WWE history on Monday Night Raw when he successfully defended the United States Championship against Zack Ryder in just 11 seconds, setting the record for the quickest championship match ever to take place on an episode of Raw.
The Alliance appreciates your love because tonight is Stone Cold Steve Austin Appreciation Night. Now, if you look through history, you will see great leaders, men like Alexander the Great, men like Julius Caesar, men like Richard Nixon, men who could lead their men, men who could inspire other men. But there's never been a man, never in history, not since biblical times, that has ever led a force like the Alliance until now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor, it is a pleasure, and it is a privilege to introduce to you your WWF champion, a leader amongst men, ladies and gentlemen, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
On August 20th, 2001, Monday Night Raw hosted Austin Appreciation Night as the Alliance celebrated their leader, Stone Cold Steve Austin. The celebration was cut short when Kurt Angle arrived in a milk truck and dubbed Milk-O-Mania, soaking Austin and the Alliance, including Stephanie McMahon, Taz, Paul Heyman, and the Hurricane, with a massive milk bath, creating one of the most memorable moments of the Invasion era, and a really cool action figure set.
But 5 years later, SummerSlam takes place from the TD Bank North Garden Arena in Boston, Massachusetts, where the main event saw Edge retain the WWE Championship over John Cena. But there were so many wild matches on that show, like Ric Flair versus Mick Foley,
as well as Hulk Hogan versus Randy Orton.
Dude, what about Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus Vince and Shane McMahon?
What about Big Show? Yes, Big Show versus the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, death-defying Sabu.
Oh my God! It's Milk! Milk-O-Mania is running wild! It's Milkman Madness, my God! You got Milk! The $1 Million Princess has become a Dairy Queen! Kurt Angle has got Milk, and Austin and the Alliance
And now, Chef Boyardee presents WWF SummerSlam.
August 19th, 2001, WWE SummerSlam came from San Jose, California. The card was mostly WWE versus Alliance matches, but there were several title changes, including The Rock defeating Booker T for the WCW Championship and Edge taking the WWE Intercontinental title from Lance Storm.
Hulk Hogan, the unforgettable style, the everlasting charisma, the enduring legacy. But immortality has a price.
You better recognize that the Heartbreak Kid is all about stealing the thunder.
Shawn Michaels,
The showstopper, the headliner, the main event.
Hulk Hogan,
What you gonna do when Hulkamania destroys you?
legend versus icon. SummerSlam, live this Sunday, only on pay-per-view.
On August 21st, 2005, WWE presented SummerSlam from the MCI Center in Washington, D.C., and this event's notable, featuring the first ever singles match between the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and the immortal Hulk Hogan, with Hogan picking up the victory in what would be one of the most notorious matches in pro wrestling history, and what would become their only one-on-one encounter. Earlier in the night, not to be outshined, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero battled in a custody of Dominic ladder match. Dominic Mysterio now doing great things in the WWE, but this was his first taste of 2005 SummerSlam action.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, the fate of a child of an entire family hangs in the balance. Guerrero, Mysterio, in a ladder match for the custody of Dominic.
Cole, we said it last week, we said it during Sunday Night Heat. This is by far the most important match in Rey Mysterio's career.
Ladies and gentlemen, this all began last month when Eddie Guerrero revealed that he had a secret.
If Rey beats me at the Great American Bash, I will keep that secret inside. That way no one gets hurt. But if I win, then I get to finish my little bedtime story to Dominic.
Eddie Guerrero, a couple of seconds away from spilling his secret to the world. And look at Mysterio! What the hell's this? Rey Mysterio did it for his son! The nightmare is over for Rey Mysterio and his son. The secret will remain a secret.
No one beats me at the end, Rey. And I may have promised to keep my mouth shut, but guess what, Rey? I lied! Dominic! Rey is not your father! I'm your father, Dominic!
Is it true, Dad? Is it really true?
And Shane with a chair from behind! Right into the back of Mankind, but Mankind still on his feet. Triple H chair down to Mankind.
Right there, right there, Mankind, right there.
Oh no! Triple H just laid out The Rock with a chair. The referee was distracted. Whoa, Rock! The Rock, he's out cold, King. The Rock is out. Shane is tossing Mankind. Look at Shane. Mankind's out as well. Look at this. Referee pulled out of the ring. Shane just cold cocked the referee. Triple H now. Mankind in the ring. Pedigree time. Pedigree time. He got it. Triple H with a pedigree. This is unbelievable. Will it be? Will it be? Triple H. Yes. Triple H. Triple H wins the WWF title. Finally. Right here. Right here.
On August 23rd, 1999, the night after SummerSlam, Triple H won his first WWF Championship when he defeated Mankind on Raw is War. The night before, at a highly eventful SummerSlam. The main event saw Mankind defeat champion Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H in a triple threat match officiated by Minnesota Governor, which the location of that year and this year's WrestleMania, Jesse the Body Ventura. Mankind's reign lasted less than 24 hours and would prove to be Mick Foley's last WWF Championship reign. But then, like 16 years later in 2015, in a winner-takes-all match, the WWE title and the US title are on the line when Seth Rollins defeats John Cena to win Cena's US title with the unlikely assist from comedian Jon Stewart. Legitimately, Jon Stewart helped Seth Rollins retain the WWE and gain the US championships. Crazy.
John Cena was fighting Seth Rollins, and they put on a spectacular match. I mean, incredible. The athleticism, the drama, the kickouts. It is one of those championship bouts that people talk about, like they start chanting, "This is awesome," and the crowd is,
wow.
And at the end of it, little Johnny Dipshit runs out, busts into the match, hits Cena with a chair. Rollins pins him. When I tell you people were furious at me.
Really?
They're watching this incredible match. And then some guys, fucking old dude, like nobody knows, just runs into the ring and hits somebody with a chair. And like people's kids were calling me and leaving obscene messages on my
Really?
So angry.
So that following is really intense, man.
And there you have it, folks. 14 more notable birthdays, deaths, and events. Mostly SummerSlam related, but we're in August.
And yeah, August 10th to 23rd, just packed full with eventful moments, ones that I love reliving here on Fans First.
I have been Holden Albright. You can follow me at Holden Pro on things. We do Van and Holden tonight every Monday night live on twitch.tv/Brendan Holden. Links are in the bio below. But if you enjoy this and you want to hear the raw recording or the extended hour-plus long pre-show with a whole lot of BS, go over to gtawire.com and become a member over there.
And I am the Bandit Van Landon. Follow me everywhere as well at the Van Landon. I leave you with my song this week, The Kings by Run DMC.
Fan First is a GTA Wire podcast in association with the Hub Sports Entertainment Network, hosted by Van Landon and Holden Albright, created by Brendan C., produced by Brendan C. and Corbin Joslin, associate producer Randy C. I've been Bobby. Take care of yourself and each other.
So I had to go back the next night for Raw, and Cena was going to confront me in the ring with Ric Flair. And so they say he's going to hit you with the attitude adjustments. He puts you over his head, flips you. I'm 56, 57 years old at the time.
And you're like, oh, I am going to get my attitude adjusted by this.
So we don't rehearse.
No.
There's no like, you walk out into the ring and they like point. And they go like, yeah, he's going to, this is the ring.
That's where your attitude is going to change right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the show starts. I'm sitting in the back. They're all going through the thing. They're getting ready. The WWE doctor comes into my dressing room. He goes, hey, I just wanted to check in real quick. This is the doctor. He's going to check you out. So I assume it's going to be a, have you broken any bones?
Yeah.
Anything? He takes my blood pressure. He goes, it's a little high. I go, okay. And he goes, all right. See you on the other side. And I was like, wait, that's not a that wasn't a doctor. That'd be like somebody coming in and going like, hello, how are you? Let me take your pulse. It sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
So we go out there. Just right before I go out there, Cena goes, just tuck your chin. I'll do around the ring. I'm explaining to him my reasoning for why I denied him the championship. I wanted to protect Ric Flair's legacy. We go through he goes, well, you had your reasons. Now I have mine. Takes off, throws it, lifts me up on his shoulder. And he's like 6'5". He's a monster.
Big dude.
And that floor is a floor.
Yeah.
It's not a mat.
No.
It's a floor. And I hit it. And it was like the light switch from the top of my head down to my feet just went flink, like a lightning shot. And I'm lying on the ground. And they said it like, just act like you're out of it. And I was like, I'm out of it. And the one thing I learned about it is if you are going to get the attitude adjustment in the ring, fucking tuck in your shirt. Because
yeah.
I'm lying, these guys are like Olympians.
Yeah.
And I'm just lying there with like 20 years of babka just sitting in my stomach on the thing and just lying there trying to pull my shirt down and I'm utterly disoriented.